I like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. All red bottoms looking like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. And feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down film. Mama say that he got drugs in his system. New image old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen back then, I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me, crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. I'ma rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got tension. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Press the button and the door open up. Let my nigga out the whip. Ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back and the front sold up. Tell me spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came home, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community. Can you hear us? We switched soundboards. Can you hear us? Ladies and gentlemen, can I get some 10s? Can I get some 4s? Maybe a couple 5s? Maybe a 6 and a 9?
Maybe a couple.
Can you guys hear us? Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community. Welcome back to another episode of the morning after potentially the best college basketball betting show on the market. I don't know if there's a better one.
Potentially.
9-3 yesterday. Can I hear it for the people one time?
9-3. Can you hear it?
Can you hear it?
Can you hear it?
Shout out to POD of Arizona. Bang that. Thank you. Kansas, we will see you later. I hope they don't make the big dance.
They're going to make
They're going to make the big dance.
Yeah, they have.
But that's how we're going to fade them. That's how we're going to fade Kansas in March. What the conference tournament is doing for us right now is giving us the teams that we can confidently fade in the Madness tournament, which I like.
Yeah.
Which I like. Before we jump into what happened in college basketball yesterday, Josh, I had quite an adventure.
What was your adventure?
Well, I posted a video about it, but so I've been walking a lot, and I've been I've been noticing some knee pain. I've been noticing some foot pain, and yesterday it was brought to my attention that I wear boards on my feet.
Yes,
like the shoes that I wear were about
ones?
as flat as can be.
Yeah,
and I didn't know, and this just might be a poopy brain Mikey take. I didn't know that can really affect the body. Like I was like, dude, I've been walking 5 to 6 miles a day, literally on planks of wood, like literal plank of wood. I've been walking. So yesterday I got inspired to go to Shields.
Okay.
And make no mistake, I tweeted about it. I'm just a little boy when I get into a sporting goods store. Like I went there for the purpose of buying a couple more pairs of shorts and potentially shoes. I wasn't totally sold on the idea of buying new shoes because I don't feel like I need them. But I kid you not, I got to walk down every aisle. Yeah, I got to look down the jerseys. I got to look at the sweatshirts. I got to look at the college gear,
the soccer cleats.
I got to look at the cleats. I got to look at the guns and the crossbows. I got to check out the fishing, even though I don't even fish.
Yeah.
I got to look at the golf
They definitely
gear.
got guns there.
I even walked down the baseball aisle. I was like, dude, some of these bats are pretty cool.
Yeah,
if I were to be playing baseball right now, I'd probably go with this one.
Yeah, if I were 15 and playing baseball, I would definitely use that bat.
I walked down the Lego aisle. I mean,
they have a Lego aisle there?
dude, they got everything there.
Really?
A family was playing the bowling, like the mini bowling.
Mhm.
Watched the mom scream at her son.
Wow.
What's he cutting out?
Wow.
Like, oh shit. As I walked by, I literally did one of these because she yelled at him so loud. And like, I didn't even know what he was doing. I didn't even look because in those situations, what I like to do is not
Head
look.
down, no look.
Yeah, I don't like to acknowledge it. I don't want the anger to get shifted to me and catch it. What are you looking at? Because I've caught a couple of those in the streets of New York, which is never fun.
Yeah.
When you're staring too long, you get the, what the fuck you looking at? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I ain't looking at anything, man.
What's like the big like sporting goods store in the Northeast?
Dick's.
Dick's, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we
there's
have
not
too.
like a specialized one. Texas is weird. They got
Ours is
HEB
Dick's
and they
too.
got Shields. I haven't heard of either of those outside of the state of Texas.
Shields they have in Illinois too, just not like where I grew up. They have them in like Southern Illinois.
Man. But it is, I'm just a little boy when I go in stores like that. I wanted to go in there 30, 25 minutes. I was in there for 2 hours. 2 hours of my day I was
so
in there.
long.
And I tweeted about this
How's
too.
that possible?
Well, I'll break it down. I'll break it down for you. So I tweeted about this too. I'm a firm believer because this is something my dad said when we were younger. We always had music playing in the house, no matter what time of day it was. He just always has to be connected to a speaker playing music.
Mhm.
I believe life should have a soundtrack. So whenever I do something, if I'm by myself at least, I need to have headphones in, or I need to have some sort of music playing, no matter what I'm doing. Cooking, walking, chilling. I need to have some sort of music because I think life should just have a soundtrack. Every good movie has a soundtrack. So what I do is I'm going to Shields, pop in one AirPod. Now I got a soundtrack while I walk around. And when the music is bumping, it's easy to take your time down the aisles because you don't feel the silence in the store. You don't hear Katy Perry for the 9th time.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around Shields.
What is that? That's good. So high.
Keep in mind,
That's like outside.
it might be a fly. Or it might be the air conditioning.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys hear that? Making sure they don't hear it.
Can you guys hear that noise?
No, there's nothing bumping on here. They can't hear it.
So I walk around Shields with one AirPod in, just because I want to listen to some music. Also, just in case I get a phone call, I want to be able to take it on the AirPods because I hate doing this in the store. It drives me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around Shields. My thought process is completely gone. Holy shit! I don't even know what I was talking about.
You're talking about headphones. Life has a soundtrack.
Oh yeah. So I walk around the store. I got the headphones in. Whatever. Moving around. Dude, I'm completely gone. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm
you're saying that
gone.
your dad always says life needs a soundtrack, and that's why.
I don't remember where I was going.
But you were
with the
saying
story, though.
you were in there for 2 hours. You said you were in there for 2 hours. I was like, why were you in there for 2 hours? Like, let me explain it to you. I tweeted about this. Life needs a soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I was just walking around botting. Ended up, I always get this green apple licorice from Shields because it's so fucking good, and I just love green apple licorice for some reason.
So gas for no reason.
It's so good, so good. I don't like the strawberry one. Green apple one is the one you got to buy. So I have that under my arm. I went and got a pair of Chubbies,
Okay.
which are
Some
I
shorts.
put them on when I got home. Don't love them, but I'm gonna keep them. I got to return a pair of shorts today that I got. They were just a little too big. They were just a little too big. So I end up in the shoe aisle because my whole thing was I'm going in there. If the shoe aisle is too rat fucked, I'm walking away. And normally the shoe area in Shields is completely ratted.
Yeah.
Like completely ratted. And it was empty. So I had to go over. So I go over and I only wear all white shoes now. It's like my thing. I really only like triple whites. I really only like a white shoe because I think it goes well with everything. And I don't really enjoy having colors on my shoes anymore. I just feel like I'm going to wear all whites, know they're going to get dirty, and I'm just going to buy another pair. And that's just where I'm at in life. The only walking/running shoe that doesn't have some sort of stupid little logo or color or thread was the one shoe I didn't want to buy. So I'm looking at all the running shoes. I'm like checking the New Balances. There's no triple whites. It's like, fuck, like, I don't want to buy any of these. Like, I'm not buying the gray with the blue and the red. Then I looked at the Brookses, and the Brookses look like you're just a dad. Then I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like, yeah, I really only like all whites. And he goes, pair of Hokas over here. And in my head, I'm going, I've only seen women wear hokas. I've only been around a woman wearing hokas. I've never seen a man wear hokas. So already I am in shambles because the shoe looks like something I'd wear. It's all white, but I don't understand why in the walking community and the running community, you need a sole that's this thick.
Because it's comfy.
Right. I'm understanding that now. But as a short person, I feel like a fraud putting on a shoe with a sole that thick.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I had other shoes on. So I go to try on the all white Hoka. And it literally looks like I have a deformity because my other shoe is here.
Yeah.
And the Hoka shoe is up here.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around like I've got a deformity, being like, you know what, though? It's kind of comfy. Maybe I'll just do it and I'll wear it while I walk around. And we'll just buy into this running, walking community. And I'll just feel like a bad bitch when I walk around. Because when I put them on, I immediately looked down and went, I feel like a girl. I feel like a woman. And while I'm walking, so then I was like, all right, let me put both on. Let me just see how I feel because I'm looking like a fucking bot walking
can't
right now.
Try on one shoe. Yeah.
So I put on the other Hoka. And now I'm walking around, I'm like, dude.
And you're like, damn, these are
yeah, I'm kind of like, oh, I was like, oh, I literally made an audible, oh, as I was trying them on walking around. The Shields guy looked at me like I was insane. I was like, oh, and I'm walking around, and this is what sold me. I'm walking around, I got the shoes on. I'm like doing one of these, just like checking them out. Still don't really love them, the looks. I'm wearing them. This mom.
I was going to say, I guarantee someone's like, I like your shoes.
No, this mom. And she was momming.
Yeah.
And it was a mom. She had her son. He was trying on shoes. And she goes, oh, those look really good on you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all that. Little do you know that lady is a employee.
Yeah, literally. Dick. Yeah. She went in the back and took her shirt off and she had the Shield shirt on underneath.
I'm about to get this guy.
Yeah. And I look at her, I go, you think so? I don't know. The soles are a little big.
No, they're sick.
And she goes, no, they look good. I might have to have my son try on a pair. And he was like a little boy. And I was like, yeah, you should. Maybe we can match.
Yeah.
So now I got to buy it.
Yeah.
So now I have box of Hokas, apple licorice, pair of Chubbies. And what I don't do when I go in Shields is I never get a cart. I never grab a basket. I don't even know if they have baskets. I know they have carts. I never grab any of that. So now I'm walking around.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I got reported to the front. Why did that
happen?
Because I'm walking around the store. I go to the upstairs. I'm walking by the guns and stuff. And I'm not like going into the gun area. I'm just walking on the outskirts to take the right and then the left and then get to the sporting goods stuff. And I had my AirPod in. And I guess I was rapping the song that I was listening to. Not even rapping. It was probably like Spider-Man, Superman. And I was like, she want me to save you, but I can't. And I was like, my mouth was definitely moving, but I don't know if noise was coming out.
Yeah.
And the Shields employee is passing me. And dude, I don't know if he was nervous. I don't know if he thought I was a crazy person because I only had one in. Maybe he couldn't see this. Dude, he hit me with the sternest, everything okay, sir? While we're to the point where I almost dropped the shoes because I was just so caught off time, like so caught off guard. And I'm walking. Everything okay, sir? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Everything's good. And he's like, oh, I just want to make sure. And then he hit the little, you know how they have the ear thing? Yeah. He hit the ear thing as he walked away from me. And I don't know if he was reporting me to the front or not. But so then I end up in the protein section, Josh, because I'm like, you know what? I need to buy some protein. I need to buy a blender bottle. I'm starting to really buy into this fitness journey that I'm on. Yeah, this fitness life, dude. Like by summer, I'm just gonna try to be jacked, and that's just the reality of the situation. And I'm convinced that to grow my legs, which is the real purpose of this entire journey that I'm on, I just need to start taking some sort of supplements.
Do you know you should do? That would be I forgot who did this, but it's like an insane workout where you just like go. Oh, Tyson Bagent. He would go on mile walks. His mile walk, he'd be doing lunges the entire time. So you lunge a mile.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd probably look like a bot doing that, but dude, you know how hard that'd probably be? Your legs would get yacked.
Yeah, but my legs would
Yeah.
be cooked, dude. After 5 lunges,
you could
my
probably
legs
do
would
it,
be
but you just
shaking.
do it until you can't go anymore.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking crazy
You
person.
would look
but
like a bot.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
down to try it
But
today.
yeah, dude, he said that he was doing that. It's actually insanity, but your legs would get.
I might have to try it today.
Yeah, you should.
Just a little mile lunge. I don't know if I'll make it a mile, but maybe I'll try it
try
and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, try
Maybe
it.
I'll give it a shot.
It's probably like a 30 minutes of lunges, 35 minutes of lunges.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a mile walk, like 20
that is
minutes.
insane.
Yeah.
So I got to call my guy when I'm in the protein house. So I call Rav because we're trying to get nice. And I'm talking to Rav through the protein. He's trying to buy this L-carnitine. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm looking for it. They don't have it. I'm convinced it's a made-up thing. And I'm on the phone with Rav. We're trying to get nice. We're talking proteins. We're talking blender bottles. We're talking pre-workouts. Decided to get the Rise peanut butter chocolate one. Man, it's good.
Ooh, that sounds.
It's so good. So now I start my morning, 4 eggs, scoop and a half of protein in the water bottle with a coffee. Dude, I feel fucking locked in right now. Like I've never felt this locked in my entire life right now. Like I'm just so locked in right now. And some are saying that I might be getting nice. Some are saying, dude, some are saying that there's potential of nice on the horizon.
Wow.
But so this will wrap up the Shield story. So I grabbed the protein. Now I have shoes, protein, a pair of Chubbies, and green licorice under my arm. I look like a freaking robot. Go downstairs, check it out. The guy that's checking me out, and he looks like he's maybe a little bit younger than me, maybe like 2-3 years. And he's holding the protein with 2 hands, which already is making me uncomfortable. Like, you just grab the top. We don't need to do the whole
or like hold it like
baby hand thing. And he's like holding. He's like, "You ever had this powder before?" First of all, I don't want to have this conversation with you. I already feel self-conscious about buying protein for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I just feel like there's such a stigma around buying like workout stuff.
It's also so weird buying like that big of a thing of proteins. You're committing for so long.
So long. So, like I might give up the protein powder in a week. So already I just feel uncomfortable because this guy is just, now we're talking about powder.
Yeah.
And I almost was like, occasionally on the weekends. No, I'm just kidding. But he's like, "You ever tried this powder before?" And he's like holding it up with both hands. Like it was
like
Simba. Like it was literally Simba. And I was like, "No, I was just," and I literally lied to him. I lied right to his face. I was like, "No, my roommate said that we got to pick one up." So we were on the phone. We thought we'd try this one. I don't have a roommate. I live alone.
Roommate, Rav?
It is solely for me. There's no roommate in my life. And he goes, "Oh man, you're going to feel juiced."
Well, you do feel juiced. Yeah.
And then I was like, "Why did we have to have that?" And I literally texted Rav. I was like, "Dude, I swear to God, this stuff only happens to me. Like, in what world does the checkout guy go, you're about to feel juiced?" I was like, "Yeah, okay.
Trying to make you feel comfortable with the product you're buying.
Sounds good, brother." But so then I get home and I was like, all right, I felt like a little boy on Christmas. I was like, I got to go on a quick walk in my new Hokas. Dude, it's 10 out of 10 comfort.
So much different. Yeah.
Like, dude, I didn't know you could walk and then get home and not want to cut your feet off.
Don't hurt. Yeah, dude, I got those New Balances. Remember I got those? Dude, it literally, like the other New Balance I had, like literally my feet were like frying. Like the balls of my feet were literally frying by the time I get back. And then those, like, you literally feel nothing.
Dude, I didn't know that you could get home and not want to cut your feet off or go, "Oh my God, my knees feel like they're going to explode."
Yeah.
I went on a little walk, dude. I'll tell you what, it felt like I was walking on a cloud. Yeah. And I feel like a bad bitch walking around? Yeah. Because I look down and I see these big ass Hokas on my feet. And yeah, sure. I did feel like a little bit of a badass bitch. Maybe I threw a couple of these in while I was walking. Might have been on the phone and threw one of those in for no reason.
I mean, dude, you're walking. Like, you need comfy shoes. Like, what? Just to throw on
now I'm understanding the comfort.
Slides or something?
Now I'm understanding the comfort of the running and walking community.
Oh,
And it was literally world shattering.
I told you when I bought my shoes, the person was like, "Yeah, you get 500 running miles and 1,000 walking miles on those." I'm like, I didn't know I was buying.
Dude, did you know that? I was told that yesterday.
They told you that? Yeah, I was like, I have no idea that was a thing.
Shoes have a certain amount of mileage before you need a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to rotate the soles too, dude.
Literally got to
bring them in, get an oil change, and rotate the soles for the love of God.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I guess I got to track my freaking miles to know when I need a new car.
Yeah.
On my feet.
Yeah.
But dude, I'll tell you what, man, oh man, if you haven't bought a pair of Hokas or a nice pair of walking shoes, it makes an unbelievable difference.
100%.
An unbelievable difference, dude.
100%.
Dude, I literally got home and I went, I could go for another walk. Normally I get home and I'm like,
walk forever, yeah.
Like literally wanting to just cut my feet
Yeah.
off. Like literally want to cut my feet off.
Dude, I got some insoles too. You should get those.
That's gluttonous.
They're gas.
That is literally gluttonous levels of
Yes.
comfort.
Yeah, it is.
I need to be a little uncomfortable at all times. Or
Yeah,
else
but,
I
like,
feel like
it's-
I'd get comfortable.
It's not even like really for comfort. It's like it kind of like props up like the inside of my foot because like my ankles kind of like go in like that. Kind of props at the middle of my foot. So just so like it actually kind of like makes like my feet sore, but like it makes my like Achilles sore, but it helps like the posture of your ankle.
Gluttonous levels of comfort.
Gluttonous,
If
yeah.
I were to get insoles, is
You
how
should.
I feel.
They're not that expensive. They're like $40-$50. Petite cooking.
Let's just address something really quick, Josh. I'm gonna take a step back.
Mhm.
For everyone that is in here bitching.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, like I've
Cut it
actually
out.
had enough, dude. I've had enough of the bitching. We are 240 episodes in of the morning after. There has not been a single episode that we have started off the top going, here's what happened in sports last night. This is the basis of the show.
Yeah.
This is the base of the show. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a 15-minute story about Shields. That's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So either figure it out or the door is over there. The door is literally over there. You want 9-3 college basketball plays? Sit your ass down, put the seatbelt on, and shut up.
And listen
That's
to
where we're
green
at.
licorice.
That's where we're at. Yeah, don't make me review the green licorice and take another 15 minutes because I'll tell you what, the more that you guys bitch, the more I want to just tell you about my day yesterday. So now you're going to get punished. Now you're going to get punished. This is supposed to be a podcast. You guys are lucky. I even addressed the chat. This is supposed to be a podcast-like morning show. A podcast-like morning show.
All right, I'm out of.
And here we go. I mean, would you just come on? Would you just come on? I'm going to review the liquor. So here's what it is, Josh. And I think why I like it is,
A little sour.
yeah, dude.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why.
Dude, you get the green licorice from Shields. You take the first bite. First of all, it's like a little too rough. Like it's a little too chewy.
I kind of like that.
But I like
though.
that. That's what I'm
It's
saying,
like
yeah.
a little stale almost.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's literally like, all right, if there was an expiration date on here, I know it'd be a month stale.
Yeah, but that's better.
But dude,
sometimes.
I'll tell you what. There's a little sour twinge. Tastes exactly like green apple. Man. It hits, dude, it's literally a 10 out of 10. I bought it yesterday, finished it last night, and I'm trying to do like the whole like, all right, I'm gonna have like one. I was like, I'm gonna have one straw a day. I had 4 in the car.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'd
it's impossible to just have one.
4 in the car ride home.
You just gotta have like the serving size. Just look at the serving size and have that amount.
Yeah, but
'Cause it's very easy to eat the entire bag.
the serving size yesterday was the whole bag.
So there you go.
So I ate the whole bag. Is the reality of the
Whatever.
situation. I ate the whole bag. But yeah, I'm on this new fitness thing. Shields is just so much fun. I just become like a little boy and I just walk around. I just walk around.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great time. What'd you do yesterday? Anything fun? Anything crazy?
No, nothing. I went home, watched Mizzou. That was about it. Chilled. Watched some golf. A lot of golf yesterday.
You had a good TV day?
I did have a great TV day. The Players is on, so when I'm not doing stuff for work, I am locked in on the Players.
Locked in on Players.
Also, your guy Ricky Fowler kind of busting.
Did he actually?
He's 7 under right
No
now.
way.
The lead's 10. He's in 5th.
No way.
Yeah, he's
Is-
playing right now.
Is Ricky back?
He might be. He's playing good.
Oh, dude.
Rory
I loved
is
when,
very good.
I don't know
Rory's
what
the
tournament
one.
was last year that Ricky won, but he won, and then he just put his putter down with it.
He won last year. I
Or 2
forgot
years
what
ago,
he-
maybe.
I think he won last year.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're like,
Ricky.
Ricky Fowler returns to the mountaintop, and he put his putter down and just looked up in the sky.
Yeah, I forgot.
That was
he shot like
an
24.
was
There was like a
all-time moment.
There's one of those like super easy course.
Travelers 2 years ago.
Yeah,
He
that was
won
2 years ago.
Travelers 2
And
years ago. What tournament's
Rocket
happening right now?
No, the Rocket Mortgage is what you're talking about. I think
What happened? What's happening right now?
the Players.
Oh, the Players. Where do they play that?
The Players at Sawgrass in Florida. TBC Sawgrass.
Wow. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, chat's got me rattled today, dude.
Rattled?
Dude, like
Who
rattled.
cares, dude?
Dude,
Fuck.
I'm actually rattled. Like, give us drop the. It makes me not even
Well,
want
we
to give
do
the
have to
plays
talk
out.
about one game.
No, but it makes me not even want to give the plays out. I'm not some whore.
They're just itching.
I'm not some whore for plays in March. You know what I mean?
Just sell your plays, brother.
Like that's what it is. That's what it is, man. You know, that's what it is. It's not just an object for plays. You know, I live
Yeah.
a life.
It's a human being.
Maybe I'm not even gonna give plays out today. Maybe I'm just gonna secretly nuke on my book by myself today and just fucking bust.
I mean, I can tell you 2 plays you're gonna be on. There's
all right,
like
Josh,
2 auto plays.
Let's
for you.
run. Let's run the graphic.
Okay.
Let's talk about yesterday's college basketball slate. And I just want everyone to know I'm pissed now.
All right.
Welcome back to What in the World, the news segment of the morning after. We talk about what happened on the slate yesterday. I'm starting a dub club. No, I'm just kidding. Josh, that Cooper Flag thing really messed me up for the rest of the day. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Cooper Flag, but if there was one player that I was really, really, really looking forward to in March Madness, it was Cooper Flag, dude. Because I feel like guys like that, they either reach another level and become legends in the sport, or you kind of see them come back down to earth a little bit and you have one of those Duke early exits, and like those are exciting for a lot of reasons. Man, I don't know. The update, that injury looked so bad.
Yeah,
I'm actually bad. I'm not even kidding, Josh. I'm putting chat away. I'm not reading chat the rest of the episode. That injury actually, dude, he was 5 feet in the air, it looked like. And he came down and it looked like his ankle genuinely touched wood.
Yeah.
I've never felt worse because it's like, okay, not only has this kid been the prospect that everyone talks about for like 4 years, like he's been playing Maine since high school. He's playing LeBron in the summer. And then it just felt like in a worthless ACC game, he goes up for a rebound and comes down on someone's foot and his season could be over. I don't know if you go to the draft off that injury. Like, do you really want to rehab in the NBA? If you don't want to get drafted by the Wizards, is the perfect thing to come back, right?
I think you think it's worse than it is.
Is it fine?
I think you'll be okay.
I haven't heard any reports.
Well, I think that's why I think it's fine. I mean, he's saying that it's a long shot to play tonight. Like,
they're even talking. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like, I think he just sprained his ankle. I think he sprained his ankle like really bad. So like, I think that, I mean, he could be out for like 6 weeks. It could be that long. So like, he might not play again this year. But like, I think that he'll be fine by like the NBA time for sure.
Dude, if that happened to my ankle, it would be dust. They would have to have the mop boy come out and like mop the dust of my ankle up off the floor if my ankle did a full turn
bad,
like that.
It looked bad.
You know what? Nothing is worse too than being like a grown man and like stepping off a curb and rolling your ankle real quick and you're just like, oh, like imagine being a full blown athlete and you come down on someone's foot and your ankle touches hardwood. Like when I twist the ankle a little bit, I'm out of commish for like 2 days.
Yeah, he said, thank God Flag doesn't have your dad's ankle.
Yeah, thank God. Dude, if that was my dad, the first ankle's going and then he goes to put pressure on the left and it also goes. And now you're looking at Flag in a wheelchair with 2 braces on.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how he's just fine from that. That looked bad. But I mean,
it's same thing with Jalen Brunson, dude. He's got a sprain too.
You can play on a sprained ankle. Like you can do it. It just hurts like shit. And it's like your ankle's way more susceptible to getting sprained again, which is the worst. Like I played on sprained ankles before for like weeks on weeks, and it just keeps on getting re-sprained. Like any slight movement, like because it's just so unstable, just dude, it hurts so bad.
Well, so if you're Cooper Flag, here's my question: do you force and play, or do you just say the ankle kind of hurts, coach? And I would just get ready for the draft. Dude.
I mean, he's not playing again in the ACC tournament.
That's what I'm saying. But like, do you even try to push him? I feel like the one thing I do like about Cooper Flag, though, is he seems like a true basketball fan. Like, I feel like he wants to play in March.
100%.
Like, I think he wants to have that big March Madness moment. I think he wants to win Duke National Championship. Where I feel like on the opposite side, there are a couple freshmen or college basketball players that don't really care about March. It's really about the NBA, which I understand too. But I love a good college basketball truther like Cooper Flag, it feels like. You know,
the way that I would probably approach it if I were Duke and him, well, not even he probably wants to play no matter what.
I think you start rehab right now.
No. See, if I were
until the tournament is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
Like, don't even try. Like the fact that they're even talking about him playing, like I would just be like, he's done.
He's not playing. They're just saying that, I think, to like maybe keep the other team on their heels. There's no way he's playing. But I think that what you do is you shut him down, obviously, till the tournament, and then you just have him on the bench for the first 2 rounds and like have him ready to go if you need him to go. Like play as if you don't have him, and then if you need him, throw him in the game. But there's I don't see like a reason why a number 1 seed should need Cooper Flag to be the 16. You know what I mean? They don't need him to be the 16 seed. So like just win the first game
like
at
Duke,
least.
you might. because you got a history of
Yeah, maybe.
getting
Yeah,
bothered.
maybe. But like,
Shout out CJ McCollum and Lehigh.
like I wouldn't be scared. They're gonna play like SIUE. Like, are you really scared of him?
Knuppel,
Yeah,
Colin Knuppel.
yeah,
He could get you through a first round matchup.
yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
By himself, probably.
But like, that's my opinion. That's what I would do. So
Yeah, I don't disagree. Other than that, I mean, shout out our Akron team total yesterday. Start the day with a win. Start the day with a win.
Shout out.
Start the day with a win. Start the day with a win. There was just a couple games I want to go through on the slate just because they told me a lot. I mean, one, I don't bet big spreads anymore, but it was nice to see Butler get the crap beat out of him because I feel like it proved my point about Providence College yesterday that we made.
Bad,
like,
yeah.
we're just not good. And if you took Butler yesterday because they beat Providence, I apologize. Like, that was just never, that win meant nothing in terms of, because you know what I mean? Like, a win can kind of mean, like, you guys beating Mississippi State.
Yeah, that was good.
That is a win in my head that goes, okay, Mizzou could be back to now going a little bit of a run in the tournament.
Go on a little run.
Butler beating Providence, you're just going to get your shit blown by the next good team you play, if that makes sense.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Mississippi State's a good team.
Yeah, well, 100%. But I think sometimes we do this thing. Well, I think sometimes people that are like that don't bet college basketball year, and then once it's trendy and fun, you get into it and you're like, oh, they just beat Providence by 15. So like maybe they give St. John's a game. It's like, dude, they were never gonna give St. John's a game. I just got news for you.
Never.
And Josh, the St. John's team is
you love them. They're
good. Top. Kanari Richmond almost had a triple double yesterday. Like, that kid is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They have a great matchup today that I definitely want to talk about. I'm not going to look at chat the rest of the morning, but I just want them to know I'm so pissed off.
They're being good. They're being good.
But it already happened. It already happened. And I'm going to try to come back from it, but I want them to know I'm fucking pissed at them right now. And they're in timeout, and I'm not even going to open up the chat anymore. St. John's is a real deal player when we get into the super tournament, by the way. Like, I wouldn't be. They're playing like a Final Four team. There are 4 teams right now, Josh, that I have as Final Four in my head, depending on the regions, obviously. You don't just want to be like, oh, St. John's this team, and then they're in the same region, and you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
St. John's is my first Final Four team, dude, and I genuinely believe they can do it because, one, if you watch that Butler game, dude, they're just so well coached. They're just well coached. The minute they find their rhythm, and, dude, they don't even shoot the 3 ball very well. The minute they find their rhythm, and Pitino seems like he can diagnose and analyze exactly how you're playing and how you want to attack them, they just run away with the game. It seems as though the minute Pitino goes, oh, this was your game plan, they just dismantle you and you're done. And that's exactly what happened to Butler. It's like the game was close for the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then they just run away with it. And you're like, okay, well, that was fun for a little bit. At least we competed. If you're Butler, you go, oh, at least we competed. And keep in mind, Butler's got some guys that could keep you in a game.
Yeah.
Playing Providence. But I mean, this St. John's team, like, I have one rule. If you're a good team, what do? You beat the crap out of really bad teams. And that's what they did. So I give them all the credit in the world. Dude, a siren went off in my head for a team that I had winning the Big 12 tournament. I don't know if they're going to win it anymore.
Who?
If you're Texas Tech, you got to blow out Baylor. And I know this is your first game. I know this is your first game in the tournament. I do think we don't think about that enough. Whereas yesterday when we were looking at some of the games, it is tough to go from a week break and then play a team that played yesterday. Just because in basketball, dude, these kids grow up doing that. In AAU tournaments, you play fucking 4 games in a day and then you play the next day. So sometimes it's almost easier for them because you stay warm, you stay hot, you already know the gym. And then this team has to come in off a long break, diagnose you in 24 hours, and then play you. But, dude, if you're Texas Tech, my only problem with that game wasn't that they didn't win handily. It's that they had a lead and couldn't hold it against Baylor. Like, they came out and did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They had a 12-point lead, 11-point lead at one point. And then I think that complacency sets in, and they never were able to get it back, which is why, like, you look at a locker room like St. John's when he's in there screaming at them, ripping their head off, being like, you can't get it easy. And I feel like that to me is a coaching problem when those players start getting off the gas in a Baylor team that I don't rate very highly. VJ Edcombe is going to be a great NBA player, I'm sure. But, dude, if you're Texas Tech, the way you're playing this year, you should have beat that team by 15.
Dude, I was just going to say, I think Texas Tech is one of the teams that's going to get bounced really early in the tournament. Like, I think they're going to lose first round to whoever they play.
I don't know about first round.
First round. Like, this is not a legit top 10 team in the country. I don't think they're even close to that.
That's a stretch to me.
They're not.
That's a stretch to me, dude. We knew that Clemson was fraudulent, by the way. Like, that one was just you got to know. Yeah. If you're, like, be very careful betting Clemson today. I'm already telling you, I'm fading the shit out of them. 1, they're playing my wagon. But 2, dude, this SMU team is not good. This SMU team is not good. And this win told me more about Clemson than it did SMU, because this tells me that Clemson is exactly where I thought they were, which is not a top 25 team, which is not a dominant team, which is a team that when they play a really good team like they're playing today, they're going to get run out of the gym, because every position, I believe they're playing Louisville, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Every position that Louisville has is 10 times better than whatever SMU has. Terrence Edwards, Chuck Harris can't even hold Terrence Edwards' jock. And the SMU only lost to Clemson by 3. So, and that was what, a 9-point spread?
Yeah.
8-point spread. So I think Clemson is a team that's going to get, but Clemson is a true not top 10 team. I don't think there should be a team outside of Duke and Louisville that should be ranked in the ACC. I think if you're getting wins in the ACC and you're outside of those two teams, that it means nothing to me. Genuinely means nothing to me. But that was a bad loss for Clemson. I really do. Or a bad win for Clemson is what I mean.
Yeah.
But, whatever. They move. I can't believe Iowa State lost to BYU. I just think Iowa State's too banged up, dude.
It's a shootout. Too. You don't want to get in a shootout with BYU.
You don't want to get in a shootout with BYU.
You do not.
And it feels like all these really great teams in the Big 12 getting shootouts with BYU, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And they end up in spots you don't want to be in.
Yeah, BYU's a sneaky team. They could either lose by 20 first game or win by 50 every game.
Literally.
Every game. Yeah.
Literally. Which are teams that I just hate betting.
Yeah.
Especially as we get into the tournament.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a nightmare matchup for everybody playing the first round. And then they're going to play a really good team. And like you're saying, you either bank on them if you want to bet on them coming out and shooting at a 75% clip, or you're going to lose that wager by 30 points. And that's just the reality of betting BYU. Thorns and roses. Louisville squeaked out a win against Stanford. They're going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. Stanford is really, really, really bad. But they were playing really, really good in this ACC tournament. They're going to be fine. Louisville's going to be fine today. I'm not really worried about it. It's the same thing as Clemson. I'm sure people are saying, well, you just shoot on Clemson for having 2 points. Louisville's going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did Texas just punch their ticket to the tournament?
Dude, I have another question for you on top of your question. Do they own A&M?
They might.
Texas might have one of the worst college basketball teams.
They were bad.
Like they are, dude, you watch them and it's not even fun to watch. Like they suck.
Yeah, and they scored 94 points. I guess it's double OT,
but it's like, dude, top to bottom, they suck. Jordan Pope is horrendous. Trey Johnson literally has to shoot 30 shots to get 15 points.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. And A&M in a year where they're like, hey, we got guys at dude, they lose them every single, like, I'm just convinced A&M can't beat Texas in anything. And I don't say that to make A&M fans mad, but dude, they can't buy a win against If you told me that University of Texas was going to sweep A&M this year or win 2 out of 3, I would have called you crazy. I would have called you insane.
Beating them in the conference tournament
is nuts.
Too. Yeah, that's
nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they might. So they just got.
I mean, they definitely punched. They were already first 4 out, and they just beat a ranked A&M.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
what I was
had
thinking.
to have punched.
I think they might have just punched. Yeah,
they had to. Have
I was
punched.
telling Lauren that yesterday. Like, I think people were saying before the year, like not before the year, before conference play, when like all the SEC teams were like cracked out and had like 1 loss. They were saying that like 8 wins in the SEC would get you in the tournament.
Yeah,
and that was their 8th win. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're on a 2-win streak and they just beat a top 15 team. I feel like that's punched, especially because the other first 4 outs were SMU. They're definitely out.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't remember the first 4 ins. It was definitely a couple Big Ten teams, and I don't think anyone in the Big Ten that was bad has performed yet, other than maybe Iowa, but I don't think they were close.
Yeah.
We said the over in Oklahoma, Kentucky. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
And that game, by the way, Josh, was the epitome
so,
of March.
Yeah.
You got a kid that left your school that I know everybody and their mother at the University of Oklahoma hates now. You transferred in conference. You transferred to a rival in basketball. And then what does he do? By the way, you want to talk about if I'm a coach and I'm getting in that locker room after that game, we're running defensive sliding drills for 3 hours. And that's like one of those where if it was a regular season loss, you show up to practice the next day and you're on the baseline and the coach comes in and he goes, effort. You know what a good defender is? You know what trait a good defender has? Effort. You let a guy that left this program run the length of the floor and score a layup to send us home. That's effort. That's one of those where it's just like there's no skill involved.
Yeah.
That's effort.
Yeah.
You slide your feet, you put a body on a man, and you stop him. And now we're sliding for 2 hours. And then you spend 2 hours sliding from baseline to baseline. You know it. It. That's just effort. Dude.
Yeah, that is.
But I mean, shout out Owe, dude.
Shout
that was
out.
an unbelievable.
We called that
also, dude, thank you for going to the rack. Thank you for going to the rack. I said it on Surgical Stream while we were cranking hog. The state of basketball, that buzzer beater in Ole Miss, Louisville, shows you why the state of basketball is just completely dead. Completely dead.
The Chuck?
No, but completely dead. You have 5 seconds and you settle for a pull-up running three-pointer in a tie game. In no way, shape, or form is that the best shot. Go to the rack, try to get fouled. If you don't get fouled, at least your fan base can go, at least he went to the rack. You jock that three up and you miss with time still on the clock, by the way, and you go into overtime and lose that game. That's why I think people think Steph Curry has killed the game. And why, when I watched that, Josh, I went literally out loud after I tweeted it. I went, thank you. Dude, because it feels like, tell me when I was watching that game, tell me you didn't think he was going to run up the floor and just jock a three. That's exactly what I thought was coming.
I thought so
I thought he was going to drive up that right side and just bink. And once he put his head down, I literally was like, go. Because, dude, as a fan, that's all you want. You're down one. Go to the rack. You might get fouled. Let's settle at the free throw line.
It's hard to play defense there, too, because, like, you can't
head full steam.
You can't follow him either. Like, you can't touch him. If you touch him, then you feel like the dumbest person on planet Earth.
100%. But I feel like everyone wants that Sean Padula. The board goes red. You're 30 feet away from the hoop, and you get to hold up one of those.
Yeah.
But it's like, that is, I feel like, as a fan of college basketball and basketball, you're down one. That's what you want. Go to the rack, especially when you got a guy like Owe, who's just a little meatball.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do if that shoulder hits your chest?
Yeah.
You know that arm's coming down. Everyone wants to do this. The minute you feel a little bit of pressure on the chest, the arms go like that, dude. So I loved it, dude. I also loved that he sent his old team home. Like, everything about that game was March.
Yeah, it was sick.
Like, inbound the ball. Like, that doesn't happen in the NBA, dude. You know what I mean?
No,
like, that shit doesn't happen. That, like, also the amount of pressure on Owe in that moment, and I'm sure in his head being like, dude, I can't lose to this team.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I could leave and then lose this team in the conference tournament. There's just no way. That was electric. And we hit the over. Let's go. I'm in on the Wisconsin wagon for
shout out Northwestern though, covering.
Shout out.
+8.5. How about that?
They did.
How about that?
And Josh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy Northwestern is
that they're done.
I'm happy I don't have to bother not betting those games anymore because it has been a hell in a cell with me and that team.
They covered their last game of the year, so
they did.
Shout out them. Shout out them.
Shout out. I am back in on Wisconsin. I just want you to know. I do think they're a very good basketball team. I don't really like anything out of the Big Ten other than, but I like Wisconsin.
So we got intern Mason in here.
Right.
I think I got an idea.
Okay.
So I know it's not coming out of here. Turn on your volume on there, and I'll mute us when he talks. Not yet.
Okay.
But just when he comes up, do you want to bring him up right now? Or you wanna wait a little bit?
Let's go through a couple more games and we'll bring him up for the plays.
Okay, cool.
But
yeah, we'll turn that on so when he's talking,
I like that.
we can hear him. Then I'll mute us so no one can hear that.
We're gonna be all right, Mason. We're gonna have to be very systematic. Of when you talk because we can't be talking over each other because we don't have the thing figured out yet.
We'll figure it out.
So we're gonna go hand signals the minute me and Josh are done speaking, and it'll be your turn. I'm just gonna throw one of those up like we're stealing bases. I'm just gonna throw one of those up like we're stealing bases. I need you to turtleize that. All right. Josh, I want to give you some time here to talk about Mizzou.
Yeah.
That's a great win.
Great win.
It got close. And then
pulled away.
The thing that I love, especially going into March, the reason why I'm a little upset at Texas Tech, it got close, stayed in the game, pulled away. And that's what you have to do. Like that's
made free throws. Made free throws.
So important.
Yes.
So important.
I think we shot 17 for 20 in the second half on free throws.
Do we have updates on Mark Mitchell? But I want you to talk about the game first, just as a fan. How
I have not seen anything on Mark Mitchell yet, but dude, I'm super happy on how he looked after he went out of the game, honestly. Like, I'm happy on how he responded because, I mean, he has been our best player, hands down. It's not even close. And losing him and Tamar Bates and Tony Perkins being able to step up and do what they're capable of doing every single game, honestly, like, they're hoopers, both of them. They just haven't been doing shit lately. It makes me feel kind of good, dude. I kind of like that these other guys are getting buzzing before the tournament. So, like, if Mark Mitchell does come back, I mean, he's going to be fine. He's going to be getting his no matter what. If Tony Perkins and Tamar Bates can get going a little bit, they're scary. Like, scary.
I don't disagree.
I feel good.
I feel good after this win, too.
Also, like,
You do need Mark, though.
we do need Mark.
Even if these guys get up and going, you need
We need
Mark.
him. Yeah, we need him. I would say we need him. But also, like, we had this dude, Jacob Cruz, on our bench. This white dude who is either the greatest scorer of all time or the worst. He was the worst yesterday. He looked terrible, but
Sure.
he is capable of putting up 20 in any game.
Mm.
I don't know if he has this year, but he chucks. And without Mark, he's going to be getting way more time. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not too worried. We also have this dude on our bench. His name's Trent Burns, who hasn't played a second this entire year, but I guess he's like finally healthy now. He's like 7'4", so maybe get that kid up and moving, because Josh Gray should never touch the ball on offense.
No,
he's a good defender. He can grab a bunch of rebounds. That's cool. No touching the ball on offense.
I agree.
None of that.
Excuse me.
But dude, I'm pumped about the game today. I think it'll be good. Same spread as the time we beat them. We beat them at Florida this year, so
I think it'll be good too.
Yeah.
Oregon is. Here's the thing about the Big Ten, Josh, and I feel like this is the first year I've done a good job of sticking to morals. Here are the morals that I'm going to break down for you. I'm not believing in the Big Ten and March Madness, other than one team. I will not be betting on the Mountain West come March Madness. I'm not falling into that trap again. I think they went 1-9 last year in the tournament? 1-6 last year in the tournament. Only one team advanced.
Yeah.
So I'm putting no stock in these Big Ten games. So Oregon beating Indiana. Indiana's a rat shit team, moose shit program. So I'm not putting a lot of stock into that in this Oregon team. This Oregon team is also flip of a coin what you're going to get.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Flip of a coin what you're going to get. Illinois, flip of a coin what you're going to get. Of course, when everyone plays Iowa, there's going to be that many points. But shout out the over. We had that as well. And we had the over in Mizzou, Mississippi State. How about it?
Yeah, how about it?
Josh, there are a couple times where I dial in to the point where I feel like the American sniper. And I just load my little rifle and I go, yup. I said it was put up or shut up time for Marquette. I said, Cam Jones, you better have a big game. Shaka Smart, you better outcoach the coach you're playing. And it's time to put the bullshit aside.
You did say that.
This Xavier team, by the way, is no joke. They've been playing really, really, really good ball going into this year. Ryan Conwell is a bucket getter. Let's go, Marquette.
Let's go.
That's why I took the money line. I'm not fucking around with the 2 points. I'm not fucking around with all that. My whole point was it's put up or shut up time. You win a big game.
Yeah.
Win a big game. And this was a big game for Shaka Smart because Marquette, from Marcus Howard to Vanderblue to Dwayne Wade, they lose big games in every single spot in this tournament.
Yeah. 100%.
Big game. Cam Jones shows up like exactly how I thought he would and hoped he would. And you get a big win.
Finally.
And now I'm back in on this Marquette team.
Yeah,
team.
dude. I mean, I couldn't imagine having that 2.5.
Yeah, that was rad. Also, why is that kid shooting that ball?
Pad the stats.
Why is that kid shooting that
Pad
ball?
him. Cam Jones hit 2,000 points as well.
Yeah, he's
for his
gross.
career.
And then on the other side, Josh, we talked about it with Krabs. I feel like I walked through exactly why I wanted to take the wager. Shout out the Arizona Wildcats.
Shout out the Arizona Wildcats. KU sucks.
I'm
dude.
only happy, Josh. I'm only
over
happy because
I'm over him.
I've never watched a team before where you can just tell they despise each other. Even watching them against Arizona, dude, they hate each other. They barely pick each other up when someone falls. They don't run hard for each other. They don't play defense hard for each other. Dude, there was a play where someone said a high screen. I don't even think Zeke Mayo even attempted to fight over it.
Yeah.
Like it literally looked like he just kind of like slid and then was like, oh, why didn't you? And keep in mind, I don't rate this Arizona team very highly because Caleb Love is the most inconsistent player potentially of all time. But thank God Kansas is going home. And, we'll see him in the tournament. We're fading him in the tournament. But, dude, it just pisses you off when
I hate them.
like when you watch a team like that No one's playing for each other. You can tell they all hate each other. You can tell the only reason why they're even playing the game anymore is to try to get stats to leave, either to go pro or to transfer to another school. And you can tell Bill Self, even in huddles, hates these kids. And 100%. I've never seen anything like that either.
Dude, I don't know why I bought into them so hard. Like, I fucking hate Kansas.
Yeah.
Like, I hate them.
Yeah.
Regardless of this game, I hate them. I don't know why I bought into them and did that to myself.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that.
I mean, it happens. Well, dude, they're an attractive team. It's hard to look at that team on paper and not go, maybe they'll just figure it out for a quick run. Maybe they care. But every time I watch them play, I go, they really genuinely do not care. Like, they don't give a fuck about each other or winning, it seems like.
Yeah, they're bots, dude.
Like, I can't figure it out. I've never seen a team like it. Just really quick to recap everything else. We cranked some hog with Arkansas plus 4.5.
Hog cranked.
Come on. Come on. How about that Middle Tennessee State Wagon? How about it, huh?
How about it,
huh?
How about
it, huh? We got to take them again today, just so everybody knows. We took the St. Louis team total over 72.5. How about it? Here we go.
Dude,
How about it? Here we go.
I'm going to say this. Fuck Ohio.
Fuck
Ohio. Dude,
fuck Ohio.
They had a 6-point lead with 2 minutes left and literally
Ohio.
choked it away in 20 seconds. They were down. 20
Ohio.
seconds they were losing that game. It was insane.
Fuck Ohio.
Insane. They don't know how to handle lead. Me and Lauren are downstairs watching that. It was awful.
I'm with you. Fuck Ohio. Fuck Ohio.
Fuck.
Took the Illinois, Iowa over. We took the Mississippi State, Mizzou over. Took the OU, Kentucky over. Here we go. How about it one more time? Points.
How about DePaul?
Yeah. What the hell was that? I'm happy they're done.
What was that?
But what the hell was that?
They almost won that game.
Like, what the hell is that?
Like, multiple times. They should have won that game multiple times.
What even is that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that meme? Chill, daddy. What even is that?
Yeah.
That's literally how I felt watching DePaul. That's
literally
how I felt watching DePaul. All right, I'm going to pull the chat up, Josh. I'm going to give him one more chance.
Okay.
I'm going to give him one more goddamn chance.
Good.
But I want everyone to know as we get into March, I'm not going to stop the basis of this show, which is just chatting. Just chatting. I'm pissed I had to cut the chat early. I'm pissed right now that I had to cut the chat early. I had 2 other things happen in my day that were hysterical that I'm not even going to tell. So I want them to know I'm pissed at them, and I don't normally get pissed at them, but I'm pissed at them. The only other things I want to talk about really quick, Josh, Wake Forest, just absolute choke job. Just an absolute choke job. There's no reason you shouldn't cover 6.5 in that game. There's literally no reason you shouldn't cover 6.5 in that game. Like, 0 reason you shouldn't cover 6.5 in that game. Hunter Salas is an absolute bucket. And then, Josh, when I tweet something as dumb as a Villanova UConn over, that's when I just need you to pick up the phone and go, what are you doing? That's when I just need you to pick up the phone and go, what are you doing? What are you doing?
But dude, on another note, that team's back, maybe. They might be back.
Incredibly back.
Yeah.
And now I'm scared, dude. Now I'm scared.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared.
Their defense is incredible.
Like, now I'm scared. McNeely looked like a freight train last night. But we're going to figure it out. It's definitely a fly, dude. I'd be guaranteed if you open that, a fly is going to come out.
It's so loud now.
I guarantee a fly comes out. All right. We got so many games on today. Should we surf some slate? Should we talk some games?
Let's bring up Inter Mason.
And should we bring up I am?
I think we should. Let's do it.
Welcome back to Slate Servers, the part of the show that everyone was bitching about, but that we always get to eventually. That we always get to eventually. Josh, has there been a time where we did the show and we didn't get to Slate Servers?
I'm
just confused.
Every time.
Am I getting overly upset? This is where I need you to check me. Am I getting overly upset at how annoyed I am right now?
No, we're good.
All right. Intern Mason, we're going to test this out. I'm going to turn volume up here.
So am I good to talk now, Mike? All right.
Time, or do you think it would echo?
You can keep them low, maybe.
Intern Mason, try talking. I just want to hear if we can hear you through the mics.
What's going on, boys?
Can you hear
me?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Are we good? Is everybody good? Is there an echo in chat? I just want to make sure that there's no echo in chat.
I think it's good.
Are we good? Okay. I think
wait. Mason, talk.
Yo.
Yeah, I think we're good. It's not picking up anything.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Josh
Mason, welcome
almost
back to the
sold.
show. For everyone that's new, this is intern Mason. He's our intern on the morning after. He clean swept the board yesterday. Don't think I didn't see it. Here we go, Mason. Let's give it up for him one time.
Come on.
Shout out.
How you doing, Mason? How's everything going? You doing all right? You living all right?
Yeah, I'm chilling. You know, a little hungover this morning, but we're here. I was in the lab this morning. We're good.
Did we go out on a sneaky little Thursday?
Yeah, we had the hometown boys all get together at my family's brewery. So it was a good time.
Love that.
The
Yeah.
Fam Brew.
Love
Yeah,
that.
you guys got to come visit one time.
The
It's awesome.
Fam Brew,
Yeah,
dude.
we do gotta get
Yeah.
down there, Mike.
Dude, I do
Selected.
like a good brewery, but I'll tell you what, there is this like stand-up comedian I just saw did this bit about how they name the beers. And it's like, dude, I love a good brewery, but it makes me uncomfortable. I gotta go up there and go, can I do another blonde little girl? I go, yeah, you want the 16 or the 18th? You have a 24 or
Yeah, no, it's funny. We have a beer called the Sucker for Blondes.
that's
Classic.
my
Classic.
beer. It's literally
Mikey's
my
beer.
beer. All right, let's talk some Slate, Mason. You've been dialed, so let's get dialed in together. We got a game starting here in about 10 minutes. Michigan State is playing Oregon. I'm going to take Oregon plus 5.5 here. I feel like I gotta. Everyone on the feed, or 6.5, I'm seeing it now. Wow, I'm definitely going to lose that wager. But I'm going to take Oregon plus 6.5 here. Everyone on the feed is doing this with Michigan State, and they think that Michigan State is really good. I am not them. So I'm going to fade Michigan State until I win a wager, which could be literally never, because they might win the whole thing and cover every single game, but I doubt it. So I am 100% taking Oregon plus 6.5. What are you going to do, Mace?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Mike. I think Oregon plus 6.5 is the play here. I'm worried because Michigan State has a lot of depth. They're the more physical team, but I think we see a renaissance of Jackson Shellstead here. He's going to have a big game. I think Oregon potentially win this one too, so I like the points.
I like Oregon too. That might not be good though.
Do you actually like Oregon?
Yeah.
I'm just going to place it really quick so we can keep talking. Wow. I just want you guys to know the hole that I've worked my way back from the book this week has been, we were down almost 400, up the magic number 60. Wow. It's been nuking shit. All right. We're taking Michigan State
Dude,
plus 6.5. Or Oregon, sorry.
Oregon.
It might actually be Oregon, dude. The public's all over Michigan State.
Well, no shit.
I didn't think they would be.
They're obviously going to be.
Hmm.
All right, let's move to another game that I really, really, really want to bet. I'm going to take the over in Ole Miss Auburn. If there's one thing that Ole Miss showed me against Arkansas, it's that they can score at a high clip when a team wants to score at a high clip. Auburn might run away with this game, but Auburn running away with this game tells me they score 90 plus. So I'm definitely, absolutely going to take this over 156.5, especially with that big of a spread. I do feel like Auburn is going to drop 90 on Ole Miss. The fact that Arkansas was able to keep it close, I don't really rate Arkansas very highly. I think they're very well coached right now. But I think Auburn could potentially cover this spread, but I'm just going to take the over 156.5 because, like I've said all year, I don't bet big spreads anymore. So I will not be touching the spread, but I'm taking that over under. Do we have thoughts?
I don't have much on that game.
Mace, you betting that game?
Yeah, I'm not betting that game.
What games are you betting today, Mason? Talk me through it.
All right, this is going to be my POD, but I absolutely love Texas plus 10 against Tennessee.
What?
And this is going to be a one-possession game, and I would not be surprised if Texas squeaks this out. I know it might be crazy to say, but they need this. I think they need one more to make the tournament for sure. And this Tennessee team is a team that I want to continue to fade because if Chaz Lanier doesn't have it going, then this whole offense is in shambles. I'm not high on this their offense. I mean, their defense is one of the best in the entire country, but I think Trey Johnson, if he gets going, then I think Texas is not only going to keep this close, but once again, I think they can win this game outright, potentially.
Josh, I know you're big on Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't hate that, though. It's a lot of points for a Texas team who's feeling themselves a little bit. Also, Tennessee hasn't played in a minute, so.
Am I just the only one that can't buy into Trey Johnson?
I mean, they
4 for
suck.
30?
Yeah, but they suck. But it's like, I mean, a lot of points for a team that's kind of feeling themselves.
Okay. POD Mason, that's on graphic now. Texas plus 10.5. How about it? Here we go.
How about it?
What else you got, Mason, on the card? I know you like to keep a three play card. I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't like to push it. I honestly I'll start with like 5 or 6 plays and then I'll narrow down to like my top 3. But another play that I do like, because I'm expecting Cooper Flag not to play, I do like UNC with the points. And I think this line's going to go down once they roll Cooper Flag out. And I mean, look, they always say it's tough to beat a team 3 times. And, UNC's have gotten beaten twice by Duke already this season. And I think RJ Davis, he wants to make the tournament. And if they beat Duke, they could potentially win the ACC tournament. I mean, so I'm taking UNC. Just desperation spot here. And then without Cooper Flag, I think the matchup's a little easier. Plus 7.5.
I like that too.
Kinda
This rivalry without Cooper Flag, yeah.
Kind of like that, especially because RJ just got banged on twice this year already. I like that. I'm in on that. What do we have one more play, Mason, before I walk through the whole board for the people?
Yeah, we do. And then I want to ask you about one game. That we're probably going to talk about, but
100%.
I do like, once again, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. Marquette plus 4.5 here. I don't know if they're going to win this one, but I think this is going to be a close game. I'm not high on this Marquette team either. And I think St. John's is a more physical team. They're going to dominate them on the boards. But I just, like I said, beating a team 3 times, especially in the Big East, is tough. So I think you just trust that here. So give me Marquette with the points.
I like that, dude. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Mike, I gotta ask you about this one game though.
Let's do it.
Look, I'm been on the Maryland wagon with you. But I'm telling you right now, whoever wins this game between Illinois and Maryland today, I think wins the Big Ten tournament.
Okay.
And there's a reason this line's only 1.5. I'm a little sketched out. I'm staying away from the game. If Maryland were to lose a game in this tournament, it's this one today against a red-hot Illinois team. Their offense, they just put up 100+ against Iowa. But if Illinois is hitting threes, I'm worried for Maryland today. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not worried at all, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm taking Maryland to the house today, maybe for 2 units. They might be POD, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. I literally got a memory last night on Snapchat of Seton Hall winning the Big East tournament. When Kevin Willard was there with Isaiah Whitehead, Keneen Carrington, Desi Rodriguez, and Angel Delgado. He's got that exact same roster at Maryland, if not better at every position. And by the way, this is the first time that Maryland has had rest for those starters. So this is now you're getting a starting unit that's probably going to play what they're normally playing, and now they're fully rested. And now the only thing I was worried about is if we didn't get any dominant road wins out of Maryland going into this Big Ten tournament, I was going to be really nervous because you got to win on neutral ground. You got to win away games. I love the way they match up against Illinois. I absolutely love it. Pounded inside with Reese and Queen, let Rodney Rice get hot. Like, I don't think Illinois is going to have an answer for Maryland. If I'm betting on Illinois, I'm more worried about if we have an answer for Maryland and Kevin Willard, because I feel like Kevin Willard is starting to become a coach again, dude. I think those first 2 years at Maryland, he really, really struggled to find his rhythm, to find his why, and to find his culture. And I feel like this team is it. You got young guys, you got seniority, you got guys that knock down the three, you can control the paint, and that's what he loved to do at Seton Hall with Angel Delgado, dude. He would dump it inside, much like he does with Derek Queen, but now he also has Reese, and he just pounds you inside until you respect it. And then he's got shooters on the outside that can clip whenever you need him to. So I really like their matchup against Illinois. Listen, Illinois getting into a track meet with Iowa, that doesn't concern me at all. That's what Iowa does. Like, if Illinois didn't score 100 points against Iowa, I'd be a little bit concerned, because all Iowa does is they go, okay, shoot the ball because we want the ball back so we can run and shoot a 3. Like, that's all Iowa does. That's their whole game plan. So I do think it is a little concerning that Illinois might be feeling themselves, but I think they're running into the bad news bears. I really, really, really do. And I think Kevin Willard has these kids ready. And I think there's a difference between having these kids ready and these kids understanding the opportunity they have. And I think they beat teams better than Illinois this year. And they also haven't given Maryland any line respect at all going away from home. So I'm not shocked that it's a 1-point spread. I feel like a lot of people are going to look at that and think it's a sharp side to be on Illinois. But they haven't given Maryland any respect on the road. Every time we've taken Maryland on the road, it's been 2 points, 3 points, 1 point. Given they folded against Nebraska, or maybe not Nebraska. Who'd they fold against?
Maryland?
Yeah, someone bad on the road.
Ooh, they folded to
they beat Nebraska.
Ohio State.
That was because Bruce Thornton started clipping.
Yeah.
Started clipping. No, but I'm going to be on Maryland for sure. I know everyone already knew that, but I'm not just on them because I want to be on them. I actually like the matchup because I don't think Illinois is good.
Illinois is good sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not.
Right. I feel like that's a team who has loads of talent, but just hasn't either just one not coached well, or two just hasn't lived up to the hype with the amount of talent they have.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, he's a bot.
I like the over in this game, dude. I think that spread is telling that Illinois is going to be in this game, and I think the only way they're in this game is that they're scoring. So I think Maryland's going to have no problem scoring at their defense as well. So I like the over in this game.
Okay,
I like
I
that.
can be behind that. I'm going to bring us back to the 1 o'clocks. I'm going to be on Loyola Chicago money line. We got to do it. St. Louis is just not very good. We've been on St. Louis a lot this year. This Loyola Chicago team is just the epitome of March, dude. Like every single time we get into March, we're sitting here going, oh, here comes Loyola Chicago getting down the pipe in Sister Jean. And I think they're a better team than St. Louis. St. Louis just beat a rat shit team, by the way. Like I put no stock in St. Louis's last win. And we've been on Loyola Chicago all year, so I know this team very, very well. I'm not shocked at the short spread. I think Vegas looks at these two teams very similarly. And I feel like in this one, my edge meter is edging because I think I got the better team at a favorite. So give me Loyola Chicago money line here. That one's going to be a sweat, though. And another sweat is going to be Wisconsin money line. They're the better team. They have the better coach right now, I believe. I don't seriously believe in Muss yet. I think Muss is where Kevin Willard was 2 years ago. He's walking into a program where he doesn't have any of his pieces. But make no mistake, when he gets his pieces, USC is going to be all the way back. But I'm going to absolutely take this Wisconsin team to just blow them out of the water. Like, I think this game gets out of hand. And the fact that I can get it a short favorite, maybe I'm going to look like an idiot. Maybe the sharp side is UCLA plus 1.5. But I feel like I've been really good at picking these pick'ems thus far in these conference tournaments. So I'm all over Wisconsin. No,
Yeah. I got some. Sorry, Josh, you go.
It's getting warm.
But that's what we thought last game, and they beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, but they almost. Who did they just play Who did they just play yesterday? Wisconsin. No one good.
Northwestern.
What do you say?
Northwestern.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah. They fucking played Northwestern. They won
Yeah,
by
you gotta beat bad teams.
They won by 6.
They beat them.
Yeah.
It's cold in Wisconsin right now. Can we get a Wisconsin weather report?
Yeah, let's see Madison. Let me look at Madison.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where they're playing the conference tournament. It just matters if it's cold in Wisconsin. Let's just check the weather before we officially take a play here.
It is not cold. It is 63 degrees in Madison.
Wind?
I feel like 66. It's hot. It's sunny as ma. Yeah, it's over with.
Still going to be on Wisconsin. I'm going to take Middle Tennessee State plus 1.5 against Jacksonville State here. We just got this is just a Montana. This is like a half unit. This is just a Montana. We got to ride with our little wagon. If Middle Tennessee State can just make the finals, that would be an electric sweat. So really no other reason other than we've been on Middle Tennessee State. They looked great yesterday, fought in a win, got punched in the mouth, came back, took the lead, held it. So I'm going to be on Middle Tennessee State plus 1.5 here because it is March. So don't be afraid to just take the plus 1.5. Never take a minus 1.5.
Just take them.
Always take a plus 1.5 or the money line on the other side. Dude, how do we not just go back to the Akron team total? How do we not?
They chuck. Also, Toledo. Dude, I would love to just take Akron minus 8.5 too.
You like my Akron minus 8.5?
I think they do dirty things to Toledo. Toledo's so bad.
Is Toledo
they
bad?
Boned us yesterday. Or you just take Akron team total and just not overthink it.
I'm down to potentially touch Akron minus 8.5. 12 again from 3.
Well, maybe they make some twos.
Oh yeah, maybe they go
That'd be
inside.
nice. Yeah, maybe they go inside a little bit. Yeah, they literally had no 2-pointers.
I'm going to be with Mason. I'm on Marquette plus 4.5 here.
Okay.
I just think this is going to be a classic Big East dogfight. This is going to be Pitino, Shaka Smart. You're punching each other in the mouth. It's going through Cam Jones. It's going through Kadari Richmond. It's going to come down to whoever coaches better in the last 5 minutes. And I do think St. John's wins. So if I was making a parlay, I would probably bet St. John's money line because I don't see Shaka Smart winning this game, but I see a phenomenal Big East boxing match where it's just they're punching each other in the mouth. It gets really physical. The refs have to maybe in the second half make it a little bit more touchy because that's what the Big East breeds in Madison Square Garden. I think Marquette is going to pack Madison Square Garden just as much as St. John's fans will. And I can't wait to watch this game, dude. I think this is going to be the best game of the entire day. Like, I genuinely believe this is going to be the best game of the entire day, and I think it's going to be a classic Big East heavyweight boxing match.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
I don't want to touch that over because I think it's going to be hard defense on hard defense. Like whoever plays better defense is going to win this game. Whoever can punch the other one in the mouth, control the paint, and play like hard-nosed defense for 2 halves is going to win this game for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I agree. I think both these teams are going to be like in the 60s, like in regards to points. Like, I mean, last game they played each other. I mean, it went to overtime, but it was 86-84, and now the total is at 140, I believe. So yeah, I agree with you, Mike. It's going to be a dogfight.
It's going to be a complete Big East dogfight. And this is why people go to the Big East tournament. This is why people buy tickets to the Big East tournament, session 2, day 3, to watch Marquette and St. John just beat the crap out of each other. And watch Pitino and Shaka Smart want to not shake each other's hands by the end of the game because they're yelling at each other so much.
Yeah.
We already talked about it, but I'm definitely going to take Maryland here. I'm really not scared of this Illinois team. I mean, we've been on Maryland all year. I'm not going to go back on anything I've said. I already have Maryland to win the Big Ten tournament. I think if they beat Illinois, they're looking so good to do that. And this is also kind of a Marquette prove it spot for me here for Kevin Willard a little bit and this Maryland team. Like prove that you can win a game in the Big Ten tournament. Prove that you can have Illinois come in where you're not getting respect, where you're a short favorite, even though you're a top 15 team and they're just outside that. Prove to me that you can win here. Like this is a classic. Go to Derek Queen, much like we said, go to Cam Jones and Kevin Willard. Show me that you can outcoach this Illinois team. Show me that you can win a big game.
Yeah.
Did somebody sub? Trent Supergoat subbed. I can't see the messages because we're not on Twitch.
I do not. I can look.
Trent Supergoats, if you could just type it in chat because we're on StreamYard, so I can't see.
No, I got it.
Yeah, he said.
Let me look.
Sorry if we missed any sub bangs, guys. That's on me.
Trent Supergoats, shout out.
Yeah.
Free sub for 6 months. Shout out.
Shout out.
Let's go, Trent Supergoats. Shout out you. I'm going to be with Mason, dude. Give me UNC plus 6.5. I love the RJ Davis narrative. He did tweak his ankle a little bit yesterday, but I'm all in. I'm all in. If Cooper Flagg doesn't play, and I think we kind of came to the conclusion of why he wouldn't play.
He is not.
I think we go UNC plus 6.5 here.
I agree.
And just see if RJ Davis can just will this team into March.
I would maybe sprinkle.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
like this rivalry means that much to these teams. And like without the best player on Duke, best player in the country, like I don't think it's crazy to say that North Carolina wins this game.
I'm so with Josh here. You got to sprinkle the money line. I think RJ Davis points is a good look as well. Just got to ride the narrative here.
Let's go. I'm in. Trent Supergoat says, let's go, Kentucky. If you're in Nashville right now for the tourney, hit his whispers. Thanks for the sub. Josh, what do you do when you have a really good shooting team that plays a team that just prides themselves on shutting you down at the best thing you're good at? You take Houston minus 6.5 against BYU. BYU, this is Mission Control. Welcome back to the planet Earth. You're about to get punched in the fucking jaw, unfortunately. Unfortunately, for a team like BYU, you're now playing in a game that probably has your lowest total all year, and you're just going to get punched in the mouth by a Houston team that goes, oh, you're really good at shooting a 3-ball? Let's see if you can get inside. Let's see if you can get inside. Oh, when you get inside, by the way, we have probably the best center in the country, so good luck. I wish you all the best. I'm taking Houston minus 6.5 to the bank today.
Okay.
Like, when have you seen a BYU total other than maybe when they played Houston this year at 134?
You haven't.
Yeah. They just don't miss. Like, I have a tough time fading this BYU team. Like, I'm not taking them. I'm not placing a wager on this game. But the BYU is scary. I mean, and they speed every opponent they play up. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to speed Houston up, but it's definitely worrisome.
Trying to speed Houston up is like you get in quicksand. The minute you don't hit those first, if you're not hitting from the beginning of the game and you try to play fast and then Houston brings you into molasses, that's why their totals are so low, dude. Houston wants to use the whole shot clock. They want you to use the whole shot clock. Like, they want everything to be hard. And if BYU doesn't come in immediately clipping, this game's going to get out of control because it's like quicksand. The more you move, the harder it gets.
Yeah.
When you play a team like Houston, if you're not hitting your shots.
I kind of like the over in this game.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I see BYU. Like, I kind of agree with Mason. Like, they play so fast that Houston on the other end, even if they're missing shots, is going to have easy buckets. Like, easy buckets. I think that Houston might put up the most points they put up all year in this game.
Wow.
And that's why. Like, I don't even think it's like BYU. I think Houston is going to score a lot on them.
Over 134.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't hate Houston team total too, if we can see.
Oh, that. See, now
If we can see
that's
what that
something.
is.
That's something that'll get the gym moving.
Yeah. Let me see.
Little
think about
Houston
that.
team coat.
Let me see what that is. I actually like that more.
What bag?
I don't
are
want
they
to bet on BYU. I just think that they're going to get a lot of transition points because I think BYU is going to be chucking in this.
doing? I have so many more plays we need to get to.
Let me see.
Josh, I'm taking the over in Mizzou, Florida.
I mean, yeah, you got to
But I'm
keep
not
on
touching
taking
a side.
Mizzou. Keep on taking Mizzou overs.
But I'm not touching a side.
True. It's 70.5. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, sir? Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead, sign me up for Houston team total over 70.5. I actually
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Mizzou Florida over.
Okay.
Hopefully Mark Mitchell plays because I need him to play for that over to hit. But even if he doesn't play, that tells me that Florida might have their way on the inside, which helps me with the ove as well.
I would guess that he's not playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would guess that he's not playing, and I also think that's kind of. I think it's kind of crazy that the spread's only 9.5. He's not playing. Our literal best player is not playing. It's only 9.5. It's the same spread as it was when they were at home.
We have made Ched doing this all year, Josh. We're fading Dayton. I'm taking St. Joe's plus 1.5. Thanks.
Yep.
That's it. Just want to let you know. Also, we're fading Michigan, giving Purdue. Why the fuck are these two teams top 25 teams? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know
either one of them.
the Big Ten is just like the reality of the Big Ten right now is outside of Maryland, because I don't want them in this conversation. It's just a bunch of idiots punching each other in the mouth, being like, oh, no, we're good. No, you're good. When in reality, they're all going to get their shit blown out in March. So why do we do this every year? Why do we give teams like Purdue and Michigan top 25 spots when they're just going to get their shit blown?
Yeah.
They are.
There's
nothing about it. You can't show me the past 4 years of March Madness and tell me that the Big Ten is a good basketball conference. But we give them so much respect every year. You're telling me Illinois, Purdue, and fucking Michigan should be top 25 teams right now? Montana's better than those three teams. You think they want to see Money Williams in the first round? I got news for you. They don't.
No,
they don't.
They don't.
Other than that, and then we're going to do some prize picks. I'm going to take UConn minus 3.5 here. Creighton just went toe-to-toe with DePaul. I know DePaul might be one of those hot teams, but like Josh and I said, I think, and Mason can probably attest, UConn is just incredibly back.
Yeah. This was the game. This was the game I wanted.
I think they beat the shit out of this fraudulent Creighton team. I think this is like the perfect matchup for them. I think this might be the most fraudulent team in the entire conference against the hottest team in the conference right now. Wow. I think they actually kill them in GTA.
UConn Joshy Pod. What do you think, Mace?
Yeah, I'm all over this. Look, I grew up a Huskies fan. Everyone in my area is a Huskies fan. So like it's been, I mean, obviously I like Providence College more, but the thing is they're back. And you saw this line yesterday. I thought it was a little too many points with Nova, but the line kept going up and then they covered. And it's the same thing. This line started at 2.5. It's up to 4.5 now on some books. I think UConn wins this game by double digits. Creighton's fraudulent. Then, they just huck up threes. And the one thing that UConn does is they play drop coverage. They take away threes. So give me UConn in a blowout too. I think they're back.
Dude, how about Mason sneaking in drop coverage?
Yeah. Come on now.
Mason squeaking in drop coverage.
I know ball like that, Mike. Come on.
No, that was awesome. I like that. Josh, give me the over in Alabama, Kentucky, and give me Alabama. I think you're about to see a Kentucky team that probably should have lost to Oklahoma. But the only thing that game told me about Kentucky is they might feel comfortable wanting to run. And the one thing that I've said all year, every team in the SEC, other than you guys, that has genuinely tried to run with Alabama, they lose by 13 plus. And now you're going to get Alabama fresh, rested, and ready to run against a Kentucky team that just almost lost to Oklahoma. And the total is literally 179. So we're going to need a 90-90 ball game.
Have to take the over, though. Yeah.
So we're taking the over for sure. And I'm taking Alabama minus 7.5. I think they run them out of the gym.
Sure.
I think they run them out of the gym.
I won't be on a side, but I like the over.
Mason,
yeah,
thoughts?
no. I mean, look, I think I watched this Kentucky game last night against Oklahoma because I was on Oklahoma plus 6.5. And they were up 10 with like a minute and 30 left. And they almost lost this game. I know Uwe at the buzzer. But, yeah, I just think Kentucky team is just I can't. They might get blown out by Bama today. I agree.
Last two plays. I don't know what I'm going to do for a side in this Arizona-Texas Tech game because I really want to trust Caleb Love, but I have Texas Tech to win the Big 12 tournament, so I don't want to be a fraud. So I'm going to take the over 152.5 here, though. I think if Arizona is going to win this game, they have to score a lot. They're going to have to score a lot. And I like this Texas Tech team to just keep the foot on the pedal a little bit here. But I'm going to take the over 152.5. Might take Arizona plus 2.5, but I really, really, really need to think about it because it might just be Texas Tech runs them out of the gym and they're just not getting the respect that they deserve. But I'll tell you what. If I wasn't already required to POD Maryland, POD number 2 would be leave the point at the door. The Louisville Cardinals are about to blow out Clemson. Bad. Leave the point. Louisville money line. Leave the point.
I need to hear Josh's thoughts on that.
I have no thoughts. I think
I know
I
you
don't
want
really
Clemson,
like either
dude.
team. I don't
know
like
you
either
want
team
Clemson, you
necessarily.
dirty rat.
No, dude, both those games, the Clemson, Louisville, and Arizona, Texas Tech game, like I think all 4 of those teams are fraudulent, so I don't really want to take any of them. I'm not gonna watch or bet on any of those games.
Louisville ML.
Okay.
And also squeaking in before we go to Prize Picks, New Mexico, because we have to write it down and done.
Yeah, we have to do that. Boy,
Got it.
Degenhart, though. Degenhart, whatever his name is. How do you say it?
All right, Mason, do you have any other plays before we jump to Prize Picks?
No, that's about it.
All right, let's do a little 3-piece.
Wait, can I throw something in there?
Oh,
You'll like this too. We're gonna make this a plan B because I don't want to wait until 11 o'clock.
well, we can't do plan B. We got 3 PODs. But we can squeak one.
We'll squeak one. We're not gonna put on the graph B if you guys want it. We're gonna take the over in Cal Poly UC Irvine.
I love that.
58.5. Dude, Cal Poly's kind of been sneaky this tournament. They're bad. They're really bad, but they've been kind of good the last couple of games. And UC Irvine runs. So I think this soars. Soars.
Do you have any other plays today, Josh?
No, that's it.
That's it.
That is it.
All right, PODs. Let's go around the horn. Maryland ML. You already knew it was coming. I'd feel like a fraud if I didn't do it. So Maryland ML will be PO Disley.
UConn minus 3.5. I mean, they're back.
Yeah, Texas plus 10.5. Trey Johnson. That's it.
I can't believe Mason is PODing Texas with Trey Johnson about to shoot 5 for 40
Dude,
and 13 points.
Just watch. Just watch, Mike.
Just watch. Wow, calling a shot.
I hope
All
you're
right,
right.
Mace.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I hope you're right too, or else you're gonna get fucking fought. No. All right, let's go to Prize Picks. I really want to do Derek Queen, but they still don't have him up yet. I'm really confused. They have no Maryland lines up right now from what I'm seeing on Prize Picks. Mason, do you have any players that you want us to look at for you?
RJ Davis points, if you don't mind.
He's at 16.5.
Yeah, give me that.
I like it. He's also demon 3.5 threes. Wow. All right, I like RJ Davis points. Josh, where are you looking for? Like, what game are you trying to cue in on? It might be that Bama game, dude. 180 points.
It's a lot of points.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of points.
I might go Bama. Also, keep in mind, guys, if you're using Prize Picks for college today, you have to check ESPN for how they've actually played the past 2 games because for whatever reason, they're not putting the conference tournaments in the charts. What if we just went to Mark fucking Sears, dude?
Do it.
All right, I'm going Mark Sears points, 21.5. Little Jalen Brunson.
All right, I'm going to go.
Could go Caleb Grill, no Mark Mitch. I was looking at that.
Nah, I don't want to take anyone on Mizzou. I was thinking Tony Perkins PRA potentials, but do you know what I kind of want to do? You're going to hate it, and I hate him too. I'm going to go back-to-back people I hate. I think Caleb Love has a game tonight.
I'm all in.
Yeah, I love that, Josh.
16.5.
No, I'm actually on.
That's his line, 16.5?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually on.
I think he has a game tonight against Tech.
No, I'm actually on.
Yeah, legacy.
No, I'm actually on.
Huh?
All right, that's your three-piece from the boys at TMA. We got RJ Davis points. We got Mark Sears points. We got Caleb Love points. Those are just guys that are going to get the volume. That's one of those where if we ran a dub club, we'd go, listen, we got the volume. So either way, I feel like we can go to bed knowing that we're going to get some volume. RJ Davis, Mark Sears, Caleb Love points. Here we go. Mason, thank you so much for coming on, brother. We appreciate you as always. Can we get some W's for Mason? And Mason, tell them where they can find you.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. At the intern Mason on Twitter and TikTok. Drop me a follow.
Let's
Yes, sir.
go. Shout out intern Mason. Here we go. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Let me mute this again. We do have a little bit more time. I was swiping through the prospects board very, very slightly. I feel like there's some sneak on this board.
Is there?
Some sneak on this board. I really want to take Des Watson, and do you think your team can stop Walter Clayton? Is my question.
I mean,
Is my question.
He killed us last game, so I wouldn't. I don't know. He had like 28 last time he played, I think.
Also, Solomon Ball is so dropping 15 on Creighton.
100%.
I can just I can feel that.
100%.
That one's just like Solomon Ball, massive game. See you later.
You know who I would take on Florida potentially is Condon.
Okay.
With no Mark Mitchell down low. I mean, Josh Gray's a fucking bot.
Okay. Okay. Why the hell is Khalil Ware up for half a three? Someone want to break
Going
that
to the
one?
NBA?
So yeah, someone just want to break that one down for me. Why the hell is Khalil Ware up for half a three? Like, we got to take that with something. So like, why the hell is Khalil Ware up for half a three?
He hasn't hit shit
ever. I don't even know if he shoots.
Does he shoot threes? Yeah.
So why the hell is it a normal square and why is he up for it?
I don't know. I will not be taking that, though. I promise you that.
Someone said, Mikey, I went 6 for 6 on your bets. Let's go. Shout out. Why the hell is Khalil Ware up for a half three?
Caleb Grill being up for 3.5 demon after hitting 1 of 8 yesterday.
Is that telling you? It might be Sabonis Khalil Ware half a three. It might be Sabonis Khalil Ware half a three.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what I fucking love, Mike?
What?
Oh, okay, well, this chart's probably wrong. LJ Cryer more than 2.5 threes against BYU. Tell me that doesn't slap. That might slap. I mean, on his chart, he had 6 last game.
Yeah, that might slap. That might slap. I really think you'll be upset after not taking Cal Poly back-to-back nights. All right, we might have to take Cal Poly. That was the kid that was on Cal Poly in the space when I was like, burn the number.
Yeah.
All right. As always, guys, Josh, say goodbye to the people. We'll do what we do at the end of every episode, and then we'll get the people to the BTL.
So have a great weekend, everyone. And MIZ.
ZOU.
Got to do it.
I got you.
You have to do it.
I just, it never clicks. It never clicks. It never clicks.
Well, yeah, you didn't get there.
All right, guys.
Makes sense.
As always, we end every episode with a little bit of what I think we're starting to call Mikey Core. You guys rattled me today. I came in so excited to tell you about my day, and I understand it's March. I understand we're the college basketball show, but we got to it, all right? This show is built on funny stories, talking about life, and you guys rattled me today. Like an actual rattled. But I did box breathing while Josh was talking one time, and now I'm good. Brought my level back down, and that's what I'm starting to get really good at, is bringing my level back down. Back down.
So don't start up, chat.
What I really wanted to talk about today is something that I've really been trying to work on, and it's something that I talked to my therapist about, and it's something that we've really been trying to work on together, because I think I have a tendency, and I think a lot of people in life have a tendency to hold on to things and hold on to, I mean, great examples today, hold on to anger, hold on to depressive feelings, hold on to the bad things. And we have a habit of just letting the good things kind of flow through us, which is why I think a lot of us start our days poorly and then try to fight and try to find a good part of the day. And it's just a little line, and it goes like this. Let it go. Whatever is burdening you, just let it go. Let it go. Whatever is burdening you, let it go. I promise you're going to figure it out. I promise you're going to get through it. I promise you are stronger than whatever is burdening you. And I don't think enough times we let it go. I don't think enough times we have anger or we have a really negative feeling and we don't just let it go. We don't just let it go. And I think for the better part of my life, I mean, from high school on, I've had a really hard time letting go of grudges. I've had a really hard time of letting go of anger, because what we like to do with anger is we like to internalize it, and then it just turns everything red. And then we either implode or we explode. And I think not enough times do we just let it go. Bruce Lee always said the way that he found success was being like water. Water has no shape. You put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. And I think with my mental and the things that I'm trying to do is just become like water. Just be able to let things go and just be able to form yourself within the situation that you're in. Don't bring past things into another situation. Water doesn't go from a cup into a teapot and stay in the shape of a cup. It lets it go. The minute you pour water out of the cup, it lets the shape of it go. So if you got something that's burdening you, if you got something that's really bothering you, or you're going through a hard time, I know it can be really difficult to let it go, but even for a moment, let it go and see what happens. Especially because we're on the weekend. We officially made it to Friday. So shout out you. You made it to Friday. You made it to Friday. You made it to the weekend. Go have fun. We say it every Friday. Go do something that makes you smile. Go do something that makes you want to have a good time. Go hang out with some friends. Talk to your mother. Call your father. Do something that makes you smile. Go get a bucket of beers. Bet on some college basketball, because it's going to be on all weekend and all day. So why wouldn't you do it? Throw the stream up at work. Tell your boss you're busy. Go have fun this weekend and do something that makes you smile. Don't bring the stresses and the pressures of the weekdays into your weekend. Make sure the weekends are for you and you do things that affect your mental health in a positive way. I love you guys so much. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. We will be here on Monday, correct? Same time, same place. Take one step forward for me. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward. The reality of the human experience is that we're going to take steps backwards. And that's just the reality of it. And if you take a step backwards, we've learned through doing this show that the success comes from the attempt, not the result. So as long as you attempt to take a step forward every single day and take care of your mental health, because that stuff matters, you're going to be a better person than you were next year this time than you were now. So take one step forward for me. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Do something that makes you happy. Go have fun. Tune into BTL right after this. I'm going to tune in because I need to know what the Sharp Report is. I need to know what the squad art is. And I have a feeling I'm going to be faded, is what the reality of today's slate is. I love you guys so much. We will see you here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Go do something that makes you happy and makes you smile. We don't do that enough. I love you guys so much. We'll see you on Monday.